Hello and greetings from Einstein's workshop. My name is Aaron, and I'm here today to show you some online resources for your coding kids who may be stuck at home. In particular, I'm going to be looking at resources for children grades K through 3 or roughly age 4 to 8. And first, I'm going to start off from the Einstein's workshop homepage. You can scroll to the bottom. And down here, there is a link to resources. Following that link, we have a list of a number of resources available, not just for programming, but also for other activities, 3D modeling, digital art, Arduino, all kinds of stuff. But today I'm going to be looking at following this link to Codeorg. Codeorg has been around for quite a while. They are very well known for their contributions to Hour of Code. They have many, many projects available there, but they also have a number of curricula available. Following Start Learning, they in fact have a system of projects and videos available specifically during this trying time of need while our schools are closed, which you are, of course, welcome to explore. While you're at code.org, you may want to create an account. It's quick and free. And if you do that, then all the projects that are worked on and the progress that's made can be saved, which will be useful for following any of these curriculum. So I'm going to come down here to grades 4 to 5. But before I do, I'll just point out here they have a list of number of their Hour of Code activities. If you don't have time to go through a full-length course, then any of their Hour of Code activities, and there are many more available in many different age groups, skill levels, and just in terms of what the child's interested in. But you can explore those freely, and there's a lot to explore. But right now, let's go to grades K through 5 and learn more about their catalog of curricula they have there. Their different catalogs are, their courses are arranged by age group, and they have a number down here for older age groups. It would be appropriate for you to take a look at them and just glance inside, see what they're offering, and see if it best fits your child. I'm going to show you the Course A curriculum just to give you an idea of what it looks like and now how to navigate it. Inside the Course A curriculum, once it loads, there is a list of all the different activities that there's going to be. Here we go. Great. So this one's going to go through basics of computer science with a bit of internet safety. The very first lesson they have is on digital citizenship and safely using the internet. These unplugged activities are typically a video. I've watched this video, I can recommend it. All the videos I've seen on the code.org website have been well made and safe for children. This one particularly is about talking about internet safety, with 3 key lessons being, in this case, only use the computer with your parents' permission, only talk to people you know, and only visit websites that you know are appropriate for you. Okay. In addition to watching the video, I think these would best serve if the parent or another adult would be available to discuss it with the child. Unplugged activities frequently have additional resources that can be printed out and then worked on collaboratively with the child. Other resources here, under different topics, here's a number of lessons based on sequencing. Each circle is a different activity. The diamonds are mini lessons. They're videos illustrating the concept. In this case, the concept is talking about how to programming with blocks. After watching the video, the student can click continue, and it moves on to an activity. The activities are largely self-directed, and they won't require too much in the way of the parent being there. It is good if the parent is handy. The instructions require some reading, or at least some guidance from the parents. But once past that, the students, and even without the reading, frequently the students will know what to do and how to do it. In this case, what they are asking is to get scratch the acorn, snap the E block to the bottom of the when run play block, and then you press play run. So, okay, this one I had already done. It starts off like this. You'll snap it on, then click run. So at the end of that, congratulations, they can go back and replay or continue to the next project. In the next project, which is loading here, and you can see the progress bar at the top as you continue. Now there are 2 east blocks to put in, and the student would go through with that, and they'll continue through. Clicking back to the main page, the list of courses. So there is course A from 2019, and you can see the progress the student has made in going through all the activities. After finishing with sequencing, it looks at loops, then events, and here at the bottom we have a key to tell you what all the different symbols are meaning. But again, it is largely self-directed for the student, but it is generally works better if a parent is present to help guide them through some of the stickier bits. All of their courses follow that format. If you don't have the time to sit with your child, you might find the hour of code to be more accessible. Then it's just 1 hour of time where you can get through that. And for the various activities, again, they can be largely self-directed by the student. In addition to Codeorg, there are other locations you can go to which have resources as well. Tinker is a platform that I have used, and it's an excellent platform. Most of their activities are free. They do have some paid activities or a subscription that you can do to unlock additional activities, but most of it is completely free, and especially as Tinker's a nice, especially as it expands into older ages. And it is run entirely by modern web browsers. CodeSpark, I have not tried, but it looks very promising. It runs off of a tablet, or they also have some availability on browsers. It's for younger kids typically. It has a 7-day free trial, followed by, if you decide to stick with it, a subscription, which is why I didn't go through the entire thing. Codable for iPad, also well reviewed. Additionally, it also has a 7-day trial with possible subscription. Our favorite in the workshop is Scratch Junior. It is the application we use to teach our courses. I can highly recommend it. It is, in fact, the next step for those students of mine who are in coding for kids. This is exactly the next step that we were going to take and look at Scratch Junior. They have a number of tutorials online or through the app once you download it, and kids just have fun playing with it and creating things. It's very intuitive. The programming is straightforward, and there's lots built in and lots which they can explore in creating their own stories and even games, simple games. Another possibility that you might look at is LightBot. It was fun just for me as an adult to play. It's really more of a game than an education suite, but it may have a power in that it hides the lessons. There are no lessons per se saying here is how you do programming. It's not really going beyond anything that would be learned, and there's no flexibility for creating your own characters and just telling a story with it. But it definitely does teach you all the basics of like sequencing commands, looking at patterns, procedures, loops, all of that. And all the time you think you're just playing a game. Again, I had a lot of fun with it, and I think it's worthwhile for anyone to look at. And yeah, it's available on tablets and also available through web browser. If you don't have an available, you have an unreliable internet, and you don't have a tablet for which you could download and keep a app on, then you might consider Kodu, which is available for Windows and Xbox. I find its interface is a little less intuitive, so I just want to tell you briefly a little bit about that. If you go to follow the link, then you'll be able to download Kodu, and I'm going to show it to you here. So Kodu, once you're in there, you might be inclined to just start with a new world, but what you really need to do is load a world, because that's where they've put their tutorials. I found that the interface was not entirely intuitive, but once learned, it's easy to pick up on and follow. So they have their basic first tutorial for movement, further programming, how to change things, and once you've learned how to create these things, a maze, you can create your own world and make games. They additionally have a number of sample games that you can just try out and change. So this is a very flexible and large platform in which students can create their own games on. And that's the idea behind it. And it will also teach basic programming techniques. So there are many other available resources on here. This is just a highlight of some of the ones that I think would be most useful for younger students, and what, depending upon your needs and resources, or resources are what you have available. If you have any questions, please do come back and visit us at Einstein's workshop. You may not always be in the office at this time. There's our phone number, but you can always email us if you have any questions. But please do come back again, because we will be adding new online resources and content, and we hope to see you again soon. Everyone, stay safe at home, and I hope you all will be well. Bye-bye.